Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Behind Locked Doors. This is the second feature on the Something Weird Video double feature. Harry Novak, Box Office International Pictures Inc. Horror slash nudie fest, I guess you'd call it. This one's like a cross between The Awful Dr. Orloff and House of Whipcord. Starts off with like a hippie party or some kind of mod party. This was 1968, so the Harry Novak wasn't hip to the times. He didn't realize that hippies were in, mod people were kind of out by then. So you got some girls with mini skirts and go-go boots. By 1968, it was mostly hippies, hippie chicks with hairy armpits. But well, maybe 69. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like this movie was made in 65. Maybe it got distributed in 68. Took a few years. Anyway, I could be wrong. This one's also known as Anybody Anyway. It gets a 4.0 rating on IMDb, which is pretty high. Basically, it's about a lesbian by the name of Terry, who goes to a party with her co-worker or friend, I guess Anne, who's much more good-looking. Terry is the red-headed lesbian, and Anne is the good-looking white chick. I guess her real name is Eve Reeves, which kind of sounds like Steve Reeves, but anyway, I digress. Yeah, she's pretty hot, Anna, in this one, and she gets naked a bunch of times. You actually see the top part of her muff, because in the 1960s women had hairy muff. They didn't try to shave it off like to look like a 6-year-old girl. So that was cool. You get to see a little bit of it. I guess whoever was holding the camera went down a little bit too far, or didn't hold it at the right angle. But anyway, so they're just dancing to this mod music, kind of mid-60s music, in this barn with a bunch of guys. Anne gets raped in the barn loft, and some dude who's snooping around, happens to live in the area, claims to be a bird watcher, beats the rapist over the head with a rake, one of these hay rakes, and then he starts flirting with these two girls, Terry and Anne. He tells them that he's a bird watcher, which is a lie. Then his Igor dude, Beefcake Freddy, releases all the gas from their gas tank, so they're like the last ones to leave the party. They don't even try to press charges against the rapist dude. They just let it go, which is kind of funny. And they just hop in the car like, oh, another day at a typical party. You know, let's go back, or let's go back home in the Midwest, or wherever the hell they are. I don't know. Somewhere in Illinois or Iowa, who knows? They're out in the sticks in the middle of nowhere, so they can't go anywhere. Freddy just happens to stroll by, and he says, "Oh, you can use the phone up there in that house in the middle of nowhere where nobody else lives." So they go up there, they meet the bird watcher dude. He kind of looks like David Friedman, Milton Friedman's son, and he's got this really terrible English accent. I mean, it's like Albert Hitchcock with marbles in his mouth. My assistant. I mean, he talks like that. It's very bizarre, but anyway. So so it turns out his sister lives there. She's like his assistant, like I said. You got the Igor dude, the Beefcake Freddy, who looks like Freddie Mercury from Queen, um, not coincidentally. Um, so Freddy's there. The dude's name is Dr. Baker. I guess he explains later that he's a retired mortician who's doing weird sex research on his victims, on young women that he captures in the house. Meanwhile, the two ladies are notice that the windows have bars on them, so they can't escape. Plus, their bedroom door is locked, and the phone doesn't work, so they can't use the phone to call for a gas tow truck or something. So they're kind of stuck there. They spend the night, and that's when Terry starts making her moves on, and which is pretty cool. I mean, I guess that's what Joe Bob Briggs refers to when he says, "I'm a man trapped in a woman's body." I felt the same way about Terry. She's she's a true heroine in this one. So they try to escape a few times. This dude's like showing his nude photo collection of his victims to sort of blackmail them in case they try to escape. Well, they keep trying to escape anyway, and then he shows them like his Ed Gein gallery of uh, wax figure type dead corpses in the basement. Um, so they keep trying to escape. They figure they have nothing to lose. Uh, I think the second time one of them gets raped, and the other one just goes through the back door in the basement where all the stiffs are, and she gets caught by Beefcake Freddy, and then they're in big trouble. So they try something really desperate. They uh, they try to fake a fight, and then they tie up Dr. Baker. I think his name is the mortician's name. So they tie up the two Bakers. Who knows where Freddy is at this point? He just sort of wanders around and doesn't do much. He's like a Igor type dude. Uh, he just kind of stands around, doesn't do much work, but he's just there to kind of do some necrophilia on the dead corpses. And the ending is completely inexplicable. Don't ask me to explain it. Not only because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I gave this one 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed both movies on this disc. Um, so cool. 5 stars out of 5 stars. And yeah, now I'm gonna watch Mondo Cane 2. Cool. Laters.